Gabriela, and I teach what is known as belly dance. I just wanted to touch a little bit today on just some benefits of the dance. Um, I consider the dance very sacred. I consider it the biggest tool that we can find for for the flow of feminine energy throughout our body. Uh, Physical benefits, as I see them, beyond the maybe obvious ones, uh, I do, taking it along the holistic um, journey. I'm convinced that it does awaken you. It could be called Kundalini dance or chakra dance because it does move all of the um, centers, the seven basic centers, as the chakras are located. We have all these isolations that kind of deal directly with that specific place. So it's like your brain is kind of forced to focus on that area, and then as you move that specific area in that very specific way that your body probably never did move in this way, or didn't know it had the muscles that it does, and then you kind of have to use them. So that automatically puts your focus into that specific area of the body, and as you move that area, obviously you release tension um, from that specific muscle group and whatever internal organs are there, or that chakra. um, there's all these different shimmies that are done, so you release a lot of trauma just shaking the body. If you research about it, and if you just watch the animals, how they release any traumatic experience, they just shake their bodies. So there's all these different kinds of shimmies, um, which is an obvious release, but shimmies can be like more tense also, which might be awakening the energy, instead of just cleansing it and releasing it out. Some of them might be done in a way to kind of like strengthen that area and awaken that fire. So there's different kinds of shimmies. Then there's all these different pops and locks. Same thing. With a pop, you kind of like release, um, throw it out there, and with a lock, you kind of like lock it in there. So like this movement, for example, like you would drop your chest, right? That would immediately go into the drop will like make a sharp release in your solar plexus, right? And then you want to breathe, right? So then you will also have all these snaky moves, which is just moving the energy around, awakening that flow. Along the spine, all these different undulations, and some of them, let's say they are up to down, right? So they're more like relaxing, and then there are down to up, which would be more energizing, right? So there's all these different things that you can do. It's so good for your brain. It's just as good as drumming. If you start reading about what the drumming does to your brain, you listen to all these different Arab rhythms, which can be pretty complex. So it takes you on a way more maybe sophisticated, journey through the music, because ultimately you learn to respond to those different complex rhythms of the drum, so your body does become like an instrument. And that just kind of takes you away from your brain, away from your mind, and and you're just kind of in your body. It puts you in the place of being in the body, and one with the music, one with the rhythm. So at the same time, you're using your artistic expression. There's your artistry, so you have to use your right hemisphere of the brain. The brain gets the brain hemispheres get synchronized, because you're using your imagination, you're using your expressiveness, you're using your artistry, you're also using your logic, because you're kind of gathering everything there's also all this cultural background and dance history to study, to understand the Arab culture and its nuances and what they mean. There's an entire world to go into, which you don't have to dive as deeply. It kind of depends on what you're looking for to get from the dance, and how much you're willing to put in. It might evolve into something like a passion in your life, or you might just take whatever it is that you feel you will benefit and that you want to keep in your life. But even just your to focus on the physical benefits, and how the energy flows through our bodies, and how we flow with that energy, how we let ourselves feel our body, and coming back to the body, and then there's most of these movements are very sacral chakra based, so it's like everything comes from the womb, it's like that's where all the movement originates from. So that's the essence of femininity. And for the way I am taught, the womb is the strongest and energetic point in the world. Like there's nothing, the creative energy, that's where the life is coming from. And just as much as giving life to a baby, there's also ideas and creativity that is being birthed through that energy center. So for a woman, obviously it's gonna be that's where she holds her entire femininity, everything she's based, her essence is right there, along with her heart. But that's the strongest center. So lots of womb healing involved in belly dance. If you have insecurities, if you feel uncomfortable with being in your body, or expressing yourself in the world, or just overall you don't feel good in your body, or you have some beliefs that it should look a different way, or you have problems being around other women, it might surface, all of this might resurface during dance class, because it is an intense work, depending of course how much you open up to it, and then if you're willing to progress to the point where you could actually when you're ready to combine at least the basics of the dance, to make it a dance, your own dance, to allow your body to, which is the way I'm teaching. I teach to get you to that point, you know. I don't teach women to stand in some kind of a competition. I don't believe in competing. And you know, and win something. I teach for a woman to find her own way of moving in her own body and feel comfortable with it, and use at least the ABCD, you know, to make beautiful poems, you know, because even from the simple words you can write beautiful poetry, right? And sometimes the more complicated the wording, you know, the more it loses its meaning. If somebody doesn't, if somebody does something, says something that makes an art or dances without meaning, and it has no meaning, she has nothing to dance about. You know, it doesn't matter how the technique and how complex, right? If there's no heart and soul in it. So when if you stay with the study to the point where you allow yourself to really dance, you know, that's where you, and it's comfortable for you, and you start to, like, you know, be comfortable with creating your own movement and improvise in a belly dance language way. That's like another level, because now that you know the language, you can communicate, you can express yourself with it. Then you take it to that other level, which is the expression and your own artistry, and you can choose your own creative outlet. You know, you can pick your own costume, make an entire idea of what it is, how you see it, you know, go from allow yourself to move from whatever emotion that you're feeling right now, or that you want to create. So then you kind of move into that other different level of the dance. So yeah, so that's it for today. I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit, to encourage women, and to kind of get my own point of view of the dance across, because I will be teaching soon more around Sedona. So I invite everybody who's interested, anybody who's interested, men, women, children, anybody who feels that they would, this would resonate with them, and they would benefit from it. Thank you.